Hello, class here. Boktai, the sun is in your hand, and it has been patched. That's what this intro thing is. I can hit start. Because this is the sun sensor game, and I am emulating for recording convenience, even though I've beat it twice on an actual cartridge. And yeah, calibrate that sensor. I'm just going to hit A because I don't have a sensor attached to my computer. Daylight savings time is on. I am going to set the time correctly for some reason. It is the 7th month and the 9th day, and not 2007. Why did I hit right? 2014 at 8:03 p.m. So it'll probably tell me it's evening once the game starts. But I think it'll let me still have sunlight. So yeah, this is by Konami, and it's gonna be a good time. I said it first. Let's create data 1. The main character's name is Django. Let's help it calibrate the solar sensor that we totally have by selecting the nearest major city to me, which I believe is either Philadelphia or Pittsburgh. I'm going to select Philadelphia because it really doesn't matter. We're going to go with... the hard mode's not available because I haven't beat it on this file. Or on this save. So I guess we're going recommended difficulty. I have beat it on hard before, although it was also kind of New Game Plus.
In a place not too far from here and now, the end of the world approaches.
Oh, that's good.
The undead appear, breaking the natural cycle of life and death.
Yeah, I don't play with necromancy.
The evolution of species ceases, and one by one, they become extinct.
All right. Istrakan, the City of Death. That's what I called my city in Desktop Dungeons. So our hero appeared, and this is the City of Death, Istrakan. Since time immemorial, the Dark City has been ruled by a race known as the Immortals. But now, at last, the sun is rising. Oh, Tanko. You've come at last, the heir to the solar gun, Gun Del Sol. New vampire hunter, and also immortal hunter, because only one boss in this game is a vampire. Yes, he's Zotenko. Together we will bring light back to this world. In the castle ahead is the vampire lord. Let's go, solar boy. And I'm stunned. Arbitrarily. So, yeah. In the emulated copy, I can hold L and hit left or right to adjust the sunlight. That's that meter in the lower right. I got an apple. There's an immortal this way. Fog Castle. Oh, 25 minutes until sunset. I guess it thinks days are pretty long. It would tell me the time to sunrise if it thought it was nighttime. So I am going to put 1 bar of sunlight on. Yeah, here we'll do. Watch. This is the pile driver. Sun! That's what it translates to. It's just the Japanese word for sun. It seems a lot sillier when you just say the English. So it probably was silly in Japanese when they were playing in Japan or something. That was the best way of saying that. Okay, the wounds your father gave him have not healed. This is their only chance. Even you can do it if you act now. Listen, solar boy, bring him in his coffin back here. We will purify him with sunlight and this pile driver. We need sunlight to start the pile driver. See the gauge with the sun mark in the lower right corner? Shows the level of sunlight striking the solar sensor. I explained that already. It's called the solar gauge. Can't use the pile driver when the sunlight level is 0. Hey, I can adjust it even now. Okay. So, I will remark that 1 is about what you can get through a window, because windows block UV light, and that's what the sensor actually detects. 4 is a pretty bright day, and there are items that temporarily boost it, so I don't know if it can even read 5 from the sensor naturally. There's an item that gives +4 temporarily, though. I'll just leave it at 1, though, unless I'm demoing something that works better at higher sunlight. So, there are birds here. You can run by them. I think they would attack me if I let them. Yeah, solar boy. Let's go over the solar gun, Gun Del Sol, one more time. Press the B button with the fighter frame equipped to fire a solar shot. Use the shot to temporarily stun the undead. Attacks from behind are the most effective, but if the energy in the sun gauge and solar gauge or whatever, yeah, you need solar energy to solar gun. So let's we can. Oh yeah, they're vulnerable to stun bolts for some reason. Like he actually lost hit points. Enemy life bar in the corner. See, and I can not charge because I'm indoors. But you know, I can hold A to charge solar energy. I don't know why I'm like working on killing this spider. I guess because it's in the way, because there's a hole here. I can't run on holes. Ow. Oh, yeah. Spider webs, they kind of stun you. Okay, here's an Otenko panel. Panel on this wall is an Otenko panel. Press the A button when the mark is flashing to summon me. Don't be afraid to ask for advice. My knowledge might come in handy. I like that you need panels on the wall to talk to somebody that's traveling with you. So here's a skylight. I'm gonna leave the sunlight at 1 so that we can see all the skylights, because there's no indication of them when sunlight's at 0. So even if I'm pretending it's nighttime, I'm gonna leave it at 1. So this is a solar bank. He's probably gonna explain that. Oh, it's a solar station. Miraculous stores solar energy collected by your solar sensor. You can transfer energy to your gun whenever you need to, even at night. Number above the solar station shows how much energy is left. Hold the A button when in front of the station to transfer energy. Use it wisely now. So if sunlight's hitting the sensor, even if Django is not within sunlight, solar stations will gain sun. I don't know if we want to go left. Oh, it doesn't matter whether we go left or right first. Got the night solar gun frame. Looks like you got the night solar gun frame. If you equip it, you can use the solar spread attack on the undead. Hold down the B button to fire the spread. Use the weapon screen to switch solar gun parts. Press select to bring up the menu screen, and use L and R to select the screen, and select the screen, and try equipping night. So that's a good idea. Hey, there's a map. Maps are good. So we have lenses, except we only have the Soul 1 lens. Lenses level up by killing enemies. Max level's 3 though, so I'm not going to have to worry too much about training up my lenses. In fact, the only lens I really care about is Soul, which does light element damage. Our frame, we have an actual attack now. Fires shot and spread instead of shot only. Batteries, they're batteries. And we don't have any grenades. Yeah, well, we have the single battery, the starting battery. So I should show our spread attack here. You hold the button and you do the spread attack. And yeah, you can... Yeah. Sometimes when you do things with the gun, it makes hidden things pop out. Oh man, wait! That's a ghoul, a Bok. This type of undead serves the immortals. Boks are weak, but don't let them spot you. To avoid confrontation, hide in shadows or run past when they're not looking. When a Bok spots you, he attacks with chlorophyllin. Dark Sevens. If you get chlorophyllin on you, it will start to deplete your life. Shake that stuff off as quickly as you can. You can also sterilize it with your gun, okay? Yeah, if you don't remember that you can shake it off, it will deal a lot of damage. You can also cleanse it by running to a skylight. See the rays of light hitting the ground over there? That's a skylight. When light is shining through a hole in the ceiling, press A to recharge the solar gun. This is known as a solar charge. Most of the undead are vulnerable to sunlight. If you can lure them under the skylight, you can damage them. We'll use the skylights well. So, you can hold R to shift the camera, because this is a stealth game. So he'll actually eventually walk by us. I'm not interested in direct confrontation with the ghoul there, the Bok. Yeah. I'm simply not. That one, yeah, he like turns around randomly. That should be good. Ah. Oh. Stunned him with a solar gun bolt. You go outside and your solar gauge shows a gray... Yeah. Being outside is as good as being under a skylight. And he shouts sun too. Got a life fruit. I believe those are like heart pieces. Oh, this belongs to the Count. And I'm stunned. This vampire lord, the Count of ground-soaking blood, was the sworn enemy of your father. Do not be afraid, my young vampire hunter. That crimson scarf holds the spirit of your father. You are not alone. So it's the boss room, except there's just a coffin here and a bunch of bats. And we burn the bats. And the bats get burned. I thought there was a skylight in here. Trapped, but he still can't move, it seems. Your gun alone cannot return him to nothingness. You must take the coffin to where the pile driver is, outside the castle. Get close to the coffin and press A to grab it. Press, yeah, drag the coffin. You cannot run or attack while you're dragging the coffin. You get a bunch of lemons. Not quite as many lemons as you might find in a Mega Man game. If we joke that your Buster shoots lemons. Okay, so we can hear tapping in the coffin. If you hold it for too long, it'll like shake and you'll get knocked down. This will charge faster if I have more sunlight. By the way, it's only really slow because I'm at the minimum level. Even a moderately bright day would have probably 3 bars of sunlight. Why are there... Oh, there's still an enemy. Oh, that coffin... Yeah, it would knock me down if I was holding it now. So I want to stun him, or maybe not. Maybe I can just get by him. Oh yeah, they noticed the coffin. I should have moved the coffin over closer to me. I don't know if... I didn't see a red exclamation mark, so I don't think that counted against my score, because I basically assassinated him. Kind of surprised him a little. Oop. Want to stun him. And collect the solar things. They get attracted to you when you're holding up your gun in a solar charge, even if you're not under light. So we can see that the bank was already to 6. You also do build interest using the real-time clock in the game. Oh, maybe I want to kill that while it's stunned. Alright, make sure our coffin hasn't escaped. If I left it alone really long... I don't know if that actually helps to shoot the coffin. Actually, the shaking was pretty much over by the time I did it. Yeah, the coffin would start, like, on its way back. So yeah, this is way more effective at killing spiders than stun bolts. Ah! Die. Alright, my hit points don't matter anymore. Because on this first... Oh wait, there's still birds. Forgot about the birds. I thought it was already to the pile driver. Yeah, this first purification, the immortal does not resist you at all, besides through the pile, I mean, he doesn't attack you, he does resist you. Okay, but we're to the pile driver. And it doesn't look impressive yet. Alright, now set the coffin on the center. That's what I was gonna do. Right where there's a coffin symbol. Okay, we've got big giant mares. Good. Fire a spread to start up the generators that just appeared. Equip the knight and hold the B to fire a spread. These generators have been blessed by Gaia, the motherland, and the sun spirit, Sol, with the power to amplify solar energy. The pile driver is the only thing we can use to purify immortals. I would like to charge up my gun first. I'll make it a little faster. Boom. Boom. Let's... Oops. Ready. Press the A button over the shining emblem to start the pile driver. Is the sun out? You cannot start the pile driver if you have no sun. I am gonna show it at 1 first and then raise it during the fight. Was there an A button on the mystic symbol? Like right above where I'm standing? I think there was an A button. Starting purification. Destroy the vampire with the solar piles from the generators. The stronger the sunlight striking the sensor, the stronger the solar piles will be. The vampire will resist them. When he does, hit the generators with a spread to boost its power. You can overcome the vampire's resistance. The vampire's darkness gauge hits 0. We win. Stop the vampire lord. You can do it. So, yeah, you can see, and then you do this, and it pushes it back at him. But let's deal a little more damage. So you can see his life bar is draining pretty fast once we have both of them hitting him and the sunlight's 4. But if I put it back to 1 and then hit him again, it's kind of slow. So I think he might push back faster when we have less sunlight. These fights are perfectly doable with 1 or 2 sun, but I should solar charge a little. But this one, I'll probably do most of them with 2 sun. That's a below average day. That's like a cloudy day. But this first one, he's not even attacking me in any way. So I'm just gonna leave it at 4 to speed things along. You've already seen the comparison. Okay! He's confused! Ah yeah, I wasn't found at all. S rank. Got a full card. Incineration of the dark matter, the energy source of the immortals, is complete. This eliminates all possibility of revival. Good work, Solar Boy. Come to think of it, I don't know your name. Stunned. Django, is it? That's a manly name. Ha! Laughter! So here you are, Otenko, messenger of the sun, and this must be the new vampire hunter, but I'm afraid you're too late. While you've been busy playing with the decoy, my wounds have healed splendidly. The Count! We've been tricked. He'll teach us a thing or two when he attacked the city of the sun, San Miguel, and struck his enemy down. He had another objective. Yes, the lunar maiden, Moon Beauty. She is still alive. You dare go after her, Otenko? Moon Beauty? She's your... In that case, there's still a chance. Thanks for finishing that sentence, Otenko. Otenko, he senses darkness in the north. Let's go, Django. We have to save Moon Beauty. Do not fear, Solar Boy. We have the sun. The sun will rise tomorrow. May the sun be with you. And we get our life refilled. That would not refill our life on hard. I'm pretty sure. I guess that was chapter cleared. I'm gonna set the sun back to 2. Oh, he must talk to us about something. It's about the solar gun. Solar gun takes in sunlight as its energy. If you continue using it on a strong sunlight for too long, it will overheat. Then you won't be able to fire the solar gun. I've never seen that happen. At the bottom right of the screen, if the gun mark becomes an X, that's a sign of trouble. If you keep on using it on strong sunlight, it will overheat. Go into the shade and let the solar gun cool down. After a while, the gun will no longer be overheated. Even when the overheat says ended, it's still very hot. If it repeats overheating, the safety mechanism disables the gun. Oh yeah, and you need to rely on the real-time clock to re-enable your solar gun. Once it overheats, continue your adventure in the shade or take a break for a while. Do not be reckless. There's no one to replace you. I'm counting on you, Solar Boy Django. Don't get sunburned while playing Boktai. Maybe I will leave it at 2 the whole game. 1 is really weak. So we're at a small cave. I do not believe we're graded on this area. I think we're only graded on areas with immortals. Sense darkness, nothing big, but Django, this is the city of death. Enseveras here are interwoven in Istrekkan. The undead you defeat can slip through the time fabric and recover. The journey will take us through dungeons like this one. We will have to pass through many undead dungeons. Through many times in many places. Each time we enter an undead dungeon, the traps and devices will be reset and the undead will be back. You must not lose heart. You when surrounded by danger, understood? Okay, enemies respawn, understood. We'll need this! Okay, let's go. That's a shortcut. We don't have the other end of it yet. But once we're through this dungeon once, we can skip over it. Ah, treasure. Got an apple. Apples restore life. I guess I should, like, look at my items. Green apple, small health. Red apple, medium health. Sweet! Sour! Solar nut recharges your gun battery, because eating fruit, or rather eating nuts, it's good for recharging batteries. Yeah, get 4 to boost your life gauge to maximum. I'm pretty sure that text is supposed to be red. I don't know why it's, like, incredibly dim color. Speed up! That's a reasonable description. And restart area. And... Alright, I don't feel the need to waste any solar energy on them. Oh. Maybe I'll waste some on him. I think I'll kill him outright, actually. Because they only respawn if you, leave the whole area. Ah, man! I stopped holding the gun on him, and so he spotted me. Wait, he didn't actually get to shoot chlorophyll in. Because I didn't give him that chance. Alright, so actually, if we were, like, on a speedrun, we could just run across this bridge to the end. But there are 4 guys looking at the bridge that we might want to deal with if we care about not getting spotted. Oh! He saw me long enough to be interested, but I don't think... Yeah, he didn't red exclamation mark on me, so now he's confused, and now I'm murdering him. I'm sure at some point chlorophyllin will be demoed. I don't feel the need to get intentionally spotted and let them shoot. Yeah, so killing enemies is also good because, it levels up my lens eventually. I found a key. Oh, it was made by immortal hands. If you leave the dungeon, their power will weaken and the key will evaporate. The blue key can only be used inside this dungeon. Remember that. Okay, so actually I couldn't have gone across the bridge because I needed the key first. So I've already cleared out the enemies in this room, and I need to leave the whole dungeon for them to respawn. So that's why I killed them. I knew I'd be coming back that way. I'm not going to charge my gun. I want to kind of demonstrate that you can generally do a dungeon on one fill of your gun, even if you like eliminate a bunch of enemies. I think I can probably... Aw, man. So that's chlorophyllin. It kind of seeks after you a lot, but it doesn't hurt very much if you shake it off quickly, and shaking it off quickly destroys it. Silver coin. I don't know what that does. Collect them all and... Man, got spotted. Okay, I will absorb those, because those are always there even if you have no sunlight. Axle, solar gun frame. That's actually a pretty bad frame. I'll demo it once I'm willing to refill my solar gun. I'm actually almost done with the dungeon. So we've eliminated all the dudes that look at this bridge, except that one. We can stun him from here. Oh, I don't know if that was actually like useful. Django, with the blue key, you can probably open the blue door. Stand in front of the door and press the A button. Yeah, the stun bolts cost barely anything. It's only killing enemies that's at all expensive. Use the triangle key. Trap! Oh, there are bats here. We're locked in. Django, take care of all the enemies you see. Okay, maybe I will need more solar energy. Maybe I will need to actually get somewhere to stand. Oh, yeah, I'm out of juice. I don't really have the opportunity to solar charge here. I'm just gonna use a couple nuts. Yeah, don't go in boss rooms without any energy. Oh man, you are scored on these. B. Thought you weren't for some reason. Looks like an exit. This'll do. Use warp magic square to pass through the dungeon freely. I think if I hadn't eliminated all the enemies in that one side room, I could have easily finished the dungeon without recharging. I wasn't playing quite conservatively enough. If you play conservatively, you can finish every dungeon without solar charging. At least every undead dungeon. You can't finish the boss dungeons. But you need the pile driver anyway, so don't go into boss dungeons when you don't have sun. Alright, Gate of the Dead. We'll do this area and that'll be it. Oh, I was gonna demo Axel, actually. An X Skylight. And plus, they give you nuts. Did I actually get enough nuts in that previous dungeon to, be able to finish the dungeon? I only used 2. Plus I could have searched for the solar fly things more. Alright, they don't see very far. Alright, I might want to go that way, so maybe I will now. Ah! There's a box! It's in the way. You can probably push it. To push these movable blocks, face the blocks and hold down the control pad. Yeah, there'll be like movable block puzzles. Those will have a key, because it's a blue chest. Blue chests, I believe, respawn every time you come in the dungeon. There's skylight and chest. I want that chest. I haven't used any energy yet. Ooh, red apple. And life fruit. Yeah. I think blue chests not only respawn every time, but also always have a key. I think red chests respawn but contain items, and green chests are life... Or, no, they're not always life fruit, but they're always items you can only get once. Like gun parts. Oh, I was gonna demo the axle frame, and I still haven't. I also haven't fired a shot still. Okay, what's this? Silver coin, sure. Why not? I noticed the enemies keep their position when you leave the room. Forgot they did that. What's down here? Nothing useful. So there are 2 enemies stacked up there. Okay. They're like moving different directions now. In the interest of... Oh man, I shot the solar things and it blocked my shot. Wait, don't I have the key? Yeah. You need to not press up against the wall if you want to use your key. Oh, right. There's a sword here. Disarm trap, defeat the sword. Okay, so I'm not going to be able to defeat the mid-boss without solar charging. Or maybe. Yeah, because you can shoot the mini swords at the big sword. If you don't have energy to burn. So I'm going to pretend I'm playing at night. That skylight's not there. Alright, he's gonna like dash at me now. Yeah, what an attack. Alright, we fired some mini bolts, stun bolts, and then just finished him off the spread, and dungeon done. Wasn't found. A-. I believe you get ranked better if you don't charge energy. We got some kind of reward chest, I guess. Was that a star lens? I forget what the star lens is, other than it's bad. Oh yeah. It makes it so that if you attempt to charge at a solar station, you instead put energy in. I think it doesn't deal damage to enemies as well. Okay, but I do want to show off the axle frame. Attack D fires a rotating spread, so as long as I hold the attack button, I rotate around like that. I've not found very many situations where it's useful. Which is to say, I don't know when it's useful. Alright. Oh, and now it's night. The sensor's still reading stuff. So we have 2 options now. I believe I can even view a pretty big map, yeah. So we've got a castle over there. We're at the Road of Farewell. 2 areas to do. I'll probably do them both. I'll just use the shortcut to get back through whichever I do first. I'll probably go left and right. And that's what we'll do next time. But this time we're pretty done. You can save in here. And, yeah. See ya!